Yesterday, I spoke to a chatbot of a children's brand, and however, my experience was
You
horrible.
don't want to name the brand. Good. But
Yes,
fine.
I'll always give them room for improvement.
So, Nida, have you actually in the recent past used a chatbot? Like what have you used it recently, and did you like the experience? If yes, why? What are your thoughts here?
Yeah, I actually just used one today.
Okay,
I'm sorry, I used one today and used one yesterday. The one I used today was of a grocery brand, and I was pretty happy with the experience. Initially, I was talking to the
right.
chatbot, and then once the issue I felt it needed an agent to step in, I asked it to connect me to a supporting agent, and
Okay,
they did connect me to one, and that's how the issue got resolved. So it was a half and half effort.
yeah.
But yesterday I spoke to a chatbot of a children's brand, and however, my experience was horrible.
You don't want to name the brand. Good. But
Yes,
fine.
I'll always give them room for improvement. So I've raised my concerns with their team later on that it was a very simple issue. I had ordered a product, they delivered the wrong size. I wanted it to be exchanged to the proper size. However, their chatbot just did not give me the option to change to the right size for some issue at the back end. I don't know about.
Okay.
Ultimately, I had to set up a return request for it and then order the product again. So it was two delivery persons in the same day handling the same issue. Could have
Oh
been a
man.
small
Yeah, yeah,
shorter
yeah. But
process.
so the basically the chatbot, the information was there on the website, the products that you wanted
Yes,
was
yes,
there.
absolutely. I
Exactly.
raised a return request, and
Mhm.
immediately I ordered another pair with the right size, and they delivered it also on the same on the next day itself. It's not like it wasn't in their inventory; it was on the website as well. I just don't know for what issue. Maybe the chatbot was not connected properly to their database, or must
Okay.
be some. I'm not an IT.
Okay. No, it's first of all, for the sake of the viewers, let me say that she's actually talking about a B2C example,
Yes,
and
absolutely.
B2C, yeah, but it's good we are doing that. The B2C guys have really, like, they're the ones who are on the cutting edge with respect to chatbot experiences. So it's good we are actually starting with that. And I actually wanted this discussion to be about how this can be used with by B2B and IT companies. You know how,
Absolutely.
yeah. So if, for example, if you're a software product company, or if you're a B2B like manufacturing company, you know how like the fact is that today, and I'll quickly share my screen and I'll show all of you an example. You know the you know b- chatbots actually, if you three or four 5 years back, everyone thought chatbots would really take over, and a lot of interactions would happen on chatbots, but the promise didn't hold good. People were started getting frustrated. Less and less websites started having chatbots, and the reason was that it could answer, like, you had to really program a chatbot, otherwise it could not answer those questions. So uh, like Nida was just saying, it sometimes is just easier to just browse the website and get your stuff done. And
Yes.
yeah, so but now, because of Gen AI, this has changed. You can, what you need to do, and I'll give you a few examples of chatbots which do that. You just need to give a certain, what you can call it, a body of knowledge to your chatbot tool. And what the if the chatbot is Gen AI equipped, it will basically, when you ask a question, it will look at those relevant pages, and it will craft an answer for you, and which will be a lot more natural sounding than what, like, all these things were possible before, but now it's very easy to start doing this because of Gen AI. Yeah.
Yes, I just want to say that I think that that most of the frustration in this aspect was because the chatbots did not have enough answers to the questions. I think after one or two lines of conversation, the chatbot just kept repeating the answers and did not really satisfy the customer, the other businesses' curiosity or inquiry.
Right.
But I think if what you're saying is true, then yeah, it can
Yes.
really help here, and you don't need to feed so many answers in advance.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
really help.
Yeah. So let me just share my screen, and is example of a conversation between on a chatbot, and you can see that this is a question which is being asked: how does ClickUp is a product to handle time tracking? And then basically it's crafting this answer. You can see that, okay, it's saying this, right? It's and then it's giving a link. So it's crafting an
Okay.
answer by looking at, probably, the website would have, say, 2 or 3 pages on time tracking. It could be having one blog post, one offering page, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So looking at all of that and crafting this. Yeah. You can see that now next there is a query being asked: can I connect my Slack account to ClickUp? So here there may not be a like the offering page may not actually mention that, but somewhere on the site, in some blog post, in some technical uh, document, maybe it's mentioned and it's picking up from there.
Wow.
So
The
so
answers are also very concise and very
yeah.
readable.
Yes, and so you can, because of Genia, you can say that, okay, you can even do things like, the conversation tone, the way you address the
Yeah.
visitor, all that can be in line with the brand. So these are, see, these are not small things, by the way. These are important things. The bigger the brand, the more important will these kind of discussions be, because see, customer service if is very related to sales, right? So
Mm.
if you are able to do justice to in these important conversations where you are trying to solve the queries of the visitor, you are, that there's a much higher chance of the sale happening, right? So it's as simple as that. So all these things, with respect to branding, the tonality, how you address this,
Yeah.
becomes quite important.
Yeah, absolutely. And the tone here is also very good.
Right. So this is how it's so easy to then the point here is that you should, if you have not considered using a chatbot in your site, and if you have a site with a lot of pages, you should consider implementing one of these chatbots, the ones which are given at the top, specifically those ones which are already
Yeah.
equipped with GenAI, and the experience will be good. That's the point. Even if you have, I'm taking a B2B example now, and this is like a company which is into manufacturing rubber diaphragms, and even in such kind of industrial websites, you can be sure that instead of the chatbot can answer technical questions, right? So if if there are a lot of technical documents, so you can see in this site, for example, there are quite a bit of technical details with respect to the product and the engineering around the product. Now, if someone wants to understand these aspects, and you can have like a technical expert kind of a chatbot,
Yeah.
and yeah, instead of someone really going through all this and trying to find, this becomes a quick way to get the.
Yes, I think a lot of manufacturing companies were just focusing on adding chatbots that would get them the leads and that would focus on sales. But the end of the day, if you're adding all these technical answers, and a chatbot can provide the solutions here as well, or at least give you the immediate answers of what you want to know about the product, that would go a long way.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, we should not underestimate how important answering the queries of someone is. Because that whole experience is what determines. And this is a very basic marketing / customer service thing. That whole experience determines whether
Yeah.
you get the sale or not. There is just too much competition out there. End of the day, these things on the ground, these are things which actually decide. And
Yes,
like
yes.
Nida started off, next time if she has a similar issue, she may not even want to go to that site. She may just choose.
User experience, in my opinion, is very important.
So yeah, and since she spoke about live agent, from the one, just you can say a tip here is that when you're going in for these kind of products, these chatbot products, always have 1 month of runtime where the queries are being supported by a live agent. So the before you actually implement the chatbot for 1 month, you see what are the most typical queries that people have. Okay, and then based on that, you can use that month to prepare that body of knowledge which the chatbot is using. And you could be surprised. Let's not assume that people have these kind of queries.
Yes, that's a very good idea.
Yeah, so just do that for not more than a month. That should be enough to help you prepare that body of knowledge. Okay, so those were some of our thoughts with respect to how easy it is to make GenAI equipped chatbots to implement these kind of chatbots on your B2B and IT websites. Yeah, thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Nida.
Thank you.